Hello my friends, and welcome to another gentle yoga class with Marcy. In this 1-hour class, we continue experiencing opening to grace in our bodies. We do this by lengthening the sides of the body, creating space and living in the space that we create. We also explore the 5 acts of Shiva, also known as Nataraj. And those 5 acts I do explain at the beginning of the video, so I won't do that here, but they're pretty awesome. So I'm glad you're here, and I hope you enjoy today's practice. Welcome. Take your comfy seat. And yeah, whatever you needed to do to get here today, because sometimes it can be a lot or feel like a lot. You can just begin to let that settle. And I will too. Good. So this is the 3rd class of our Opening to Grace series. And in our first class, we grounded in the breath. And in our second class, we melted into the back body. And today we're going to be working with getting long in the sides of the body as another way to signal and initiate a movement into a deeper connection with our true nature. What is our true nature? Well, today we're going to be bringing in Nataraj. And in Hindu cosmology and tantric cosmology, this is Lord of the dance, Shiva, right? And Shiva has 5 acts. And out here around the rim, you can see there's fire. And this fire rim is basically the fire of creation and the fire of destruction. So everything comes through this fire and everything returns to this fire in this cosmology and way of thinking of things. And so the 5 acts of Shiva have to do with creation, which I just mentioned, and then the sustaining of what gets created, right? And then the dissolving of what gets created. And in addition to those 3 acts, and that's something that happens for everything that comes into being. You can think of it as every thought form, every breath, whatever it is that we create in life, what comes through us and our own lives, everything in nature, whatever gets created is sustained for a certain amount of time and then is destroyed, or a gentler way of saying that is dissolves. But sometimes destruction is the force, right, of taking something out of being. In addition, there is concealment, and the concealment is shown here with this hand that turns inward, and revelation, which is symbolized here by the foot that turns up. Concealment and revelation, and I've been really sitting with that a lot this week as I sit with the nature sort of how my being and your being and all of our beings are of this place, this cosmos. And the depth and the breadth of that, the 1,000 shining suns is like something that would be too bright to see all at once. And so, and our true nature is even something that's too bright to see and know all at once. So we get glimpses of it with these moments of revelation. And if we didn't have the concealment and the revelation, our consciousness of ourselves and what we are would not have a way to grow. So it's a beautiful part of the 5 acts of Shiva. Yeah, so I've got Shiva right here. Shiva's going to hang out with us while we practice today. All right. If your eyes are not already closed, you can feel free to close them now. And on exhalations, if it feels good, you can make sound. Making sound on the exhalation is just such a fruitful way of deepening our experience of presence in the body in this moment. Good. And noticing the movement of the breath. As the rib cage fills and empties. A gentle melting into the back body, which takes us into grace, more into universal consciousness. Good. And then I invite you to bring your hands up to the top of your hips. You can keep your eyes closed for this. And see if you can find the top of the hips and gently press down as the sides of the body lengthen up. Opening to grace is the element of space. So by doing this, and as you exhale, you can let that go, and on the inhalation, press down, get long. We're inviting a deeper experience of space and spaciousness, creating space, opening to space, and exhale, release. Let's take our hands together in front of the heart. We'll join our voices for the sound of an Om. Full exhalation, deep inhalation. Wonderful. Feel free to let go of the hands, open the eyes. I'm going to do a little side stretch. So taking left fingers to the earth, right hand to the right hip. We'll take all the action. So we begin by coming into the breath, melting into back body. Good. Pressing down through sits bones and then getting long in the sides of the body, creating space, letting yourself really feel the length. And maintaining that length on exhalation. We'll take that right hand out, press it back. Oh, press it back. How's the shoulder? And rotate at the shoulder. Bring the palm up. Walk the fingers out as you take that arm, hand right up into the air without losing your ground. Pause without going to full expression. Ground again. Let the right bottom ribs draw towards the hip, and then as you inhale, find length. And find whatever your expression is going to be here. And you can turn now for a little rounded back. Reaching through fingertips. Inhale it back up. And sweep it down. back into your breath. Is that too much sun in your face?
That's okay.
Okay. It's like spotlight on Jeff. All right, let's take right fingertips to the earth, left hand on hip, and pause. And come into the breath, melt into the back body, and find that length. So grounding through sits bones, finding length in the sides of the body. The two bottom ribs can reach down as the rest of the ribs reach up. Hand comes out. Left hand comes out, press back, and then rotating at the shoulder. Whoa, hello, 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 hello. Palm comes up. Begin to walk it out. And reach. Staying grounded in the sits bones. Easy in the breath. And if it feels good, you can reach it forward. Reaching again through fingertips. Exhale. Inhale, draw it back up. And exhale it down. Come to midline and feel. Nice. Let's get into the neck a little bit. So turn towards your right and look over at the end of your right collarbone. And then draw the chin down and take it down, down, down. Down in front. And then over to the left. Chin to the end of the collarbone. And then look it up. Back down to the collarbone. Down through the front. And then up to center. Come to center now. And let's inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. One more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. And inhale, look up. Find your breath again. Feel your sits bones. Find length in the sides of the body. And then inhale, look towards the right. Exhale, center. Inhale, look left. Exhale, center. Great. Take our fingers out front and gently walk them forward any amount. Coming into a seated forward fold. So you pause wherever feels right to you. I heard the story, so my cat is in here. I heard the story of a Zen master who had a cat on his robes. Jeff told me this story. And instead of disturbing the cat when he needed to get up, he cut the robe. How about that?
Becky likes that story.
So come into your forward fold. And enjoy. And notice where you're having sensation. Very likely somewhere in the hips. At least that's where it's happening for me. Good. And then we'll inhale and walk yourself forward and into a child's pose. And if this does not work for your knees, you can get on your back for this. And draw your knees to your heart. If it does work for you, then here we are. And come onto tented fingers and find the breath again. You can let this be a moment of humility, giving something over of the self, small self to greater self. And then as we inhale, let's walk those fingers towards the left. Draw the right hip crease back. Oh my goodness. Really let yourself feel that stretch. Feel that lengthening. Feel that opening of space along the right side of the body in all the places. Good. Inhale to center. Exhale, walk fingers towards the right. Draw the left hip crease back. Two sides may feel quite different. They sure do to me. This side's like, what? I don't feel anything. What? What are you doing? The other side was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So just notice. Making micro movements. Good. And we'll inhale ourselves back to center. And come up on two hands and knees for some cat and cow. And if being on your knees doesn't feel good, you can do this standing with hands on knees. You can do this also on your back with pelvic tilting. Hands about shoulder width apart, nice and wide in the fingers. Good. And even before we begin to move into cat and cow, let's come into the breath. Fill the back body and then find length. One way to find length is to walk your knees back about an inch, just to create a little bit more space along the sides of the body. And see if you can exaggerate that. Feel the hip creases moving away from the armpits and the armpits moving away from the hip creases. Nice. And then we inhale our heart forward and exhale. And inhale into your curved back. This is cat. And exhale. And inhale into cow. And exhale. And inhale into cat. And exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale round. Exhale. Come onto your bellies. And up onto your forearms. We call this Sphinx pose. Okay, he looks really, really bummed out. He's like, what? But he's like, there's a sunspot right here in the middle of the floor, so maybe I'm okay. Okay, let's hope so. Let's bring our elbows right under our shoulders, nice and wide in the fingers. Sphinx pose, letting the bones of the arms support your upper body so that the heart can melt forward. Gently draw the navel towards the spine and the tailbone towards the feet. Feel a little action in the legs. Hello, love bug. Oh, there you are. Oh, my beautiful. Good. Okay, now we're going to bring a little something in. Put a bend in the right knee to bring that right foot towards the sky. Good, and then exhale that down. Inhale, put a bend in the left knee. And exhale that down. Walk your elbows forward. And now inhale, put a bend in the right knee. And start to drag your right hand back, like you were going to bring it back along the side of the body. And maybe it reaches the ankle, and maybe it doesn't. It doesn't matter. But if it does reach the ankle, then you've got a little thigh stretch available to you here. And then the ankle presses into the hand, and the hand resists the press of the ankle. The shoulder can move up towards the ear and onto the back. And that thigh is stretching out. Stay in the breath. And now, just like Nataraj's 5 acts, we sustain this creation, and then we're going to let it dissolve. So let that go. Bring the hand forward. Take a moment. Find your breath again. Put a bend in the left knee. Here we go. We're going to activate a new form. We're bringing something into existence. Take the left hand back, 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 back. And it doesn't matter if it reaches your ankle, but if it does reach your ankle, then cool. Pause. Feel the ankle in the hand. Begin to press that ankle into the hand for a little thigh stretch. The left shoulder moves towards the ear and onto the back. You can even put a bend in the left elbow. And breathing is easy here. No stressing, no forcing, no overacting. And it's time to dissolve. Here goes. Ooh, maybe we don't need a hurricane to come in and destroy this shape. We could just let it dissolve and not be violent. All right, my friends, let's take our hands to the sides of the rib cage. We're going to pulse some cobras. So inhale, draw the shoulders up towards the ears. We're getting long in the sides of the body. They come onto the back. Let that draw you up and into a cobra. Lift the hands. And exhale it down. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, shoulders towards ears, onto the back to lift. Let the heart come let the head come last. And exhale it down. 3 more. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. 2 more. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. 1 more. Inhale it up. And exhale it down. Great. From here, we're going to get onto our backs. So get to your back, however works best. And I'm going to let the kitty out because he's sitting by the door. You sure you want that, Akis? Okay. He'll probably be back. All right. Great. Here we go. Let's get on our backs and stretch out. So reach the hands above the head and reach through the feet for a full body stretch. Feel the length in the sides of the body. And feel the drumbeat of your heart sustaining this. And the movement of the breath sustaining this, allowing you to sustain. And then from here, we're going to banana stretch it. So take hands and feet towards the right, like you were a banana. Really finding length along the left sides of the body. Left side, only one side, that left side. Breathing is easy. Good. Inhale it to center, and we'll take it to the other side. Inhale to come out and dissolve. Bring the hands down. Okay, our next creation, our next shape. Let's take feet to the floor. Bent knees, arms at side. So find your breath. And the next inhalation, draw the shoulders towards the ears to create length in the sides of the body. Bring the hands up. Backs of the arms are on the floor. Hands are facing one another. Nice. We'll keep that going. And as you inhale, rock the lower back so that you bring a deeper curve into the lower back without lifting the hips. And then exhale and press that down into the ground. Pelvic tilts. Very, very nourishing for the spine. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Moving this way helps to bring water, move water, the element of water in us. And inhale it. Curve, exhale, press it down. Inhale, curve. Exhale it down. And you can keep moving that way, or you can take it into a gentle bridge pose. So pressing into the feet. If you're going into bridge, pressing into the back sides of the arms and shoulders. Gently lift the hips up and off the floor. If you're in a bridge, you can gently hug the knees towards one another and let the breath and your heartbeat sustain you. And exhale to come down. Good. Let's do another one. Press into the back sides of the arms and the feet and inhale it up if you're practicing a gentle bridge pose. Otherwise, you can keep working with pelvic tilting. If you're in a bridge pose, gently draw knees towards one another. Sustain for as long as feels right to your body. And then when it's time to dissolve, exhale and let it go. Good. Make any adjustments you need to once you're back to being with your pelvis on the floor, feet on the floor. Inhale, we'll take the right foot up towards sky. Reach through with the hands. Hamstring stretch. Use the hands to draw the head of the femur bone deeply into the socket and then point and flex the foot. Move with the breath. Great. Put a little bend in the knee. Take the ankle in front of the knee for a figure 4 pose. We'll pause to begin, just allowing the shape. And check in with your body and see what you want to do. So we can inhale and begin to take that left foot up and off the floor, or simply lift the toes. You decide. If taking it off the floor works for you, go for it. And then we'll activate the toes of both feet. Reach the hand through or use a band or a strap if you can't reach. And pause again before going into a deeper expression. Pause, find the breath. Find that length in the sides of the body. Feel the floor beneath you. With active feet, begin to draw the left knee towards the heart and the right knee away. Make it micro. Soften the muscles of the jaw. Soften the skin around the eyes. Let yourself receive a deeper breath. And when you're done, dissolve this shape on an exhalation. Bring the feet down. And right through the rings of fire, we're going to create our next shape. So inhale that left leg to sky. Reach through with the hands. Use the hands to draw the head of the femur deeply into the socket. And then begin to point and flex the foot. Take your time here and really let yourself enjoy the sensations taking place. We don't need to move big to have big effect. All right, come to center, and on the next inhalation, put a bend in that knee. Take the ankle in front of the knee and pause. Here you are in this shape. Come into the breath, feel the back body melt into the floor, and find length in the sides of the body. Good. Now begin to work more deeply if it's your jam for this moment, and lift that foot. Reach through with the hands. Activate the toes of both feet, and let's pause again. Pause before we go deeper. And ask yourself, is this enough for right now? If there's more, begin to draw the right knee towards the heart and the left knee away, and it can even just be very subtle. See what's going on with your breath. And enjoy. And when you're ready to dissolve this, do it with an exhalation. Take the foot down and the other foot down. Ah, great. Let's take the feet to the width of the mat. Open the arms out to the sides. Put a bend in the elbows for cactus arms. Activate the feet and windshield wiper the legs. So we'll take the knees towards the right. Take all the time you need. Stay here as long as you like. And then when you're ready to move to the other side, inhale your way all the way over. Exhale once you get there. Notice the sensations. Make any micro movements that would feel good. Let's do it one more time. So inhale it up and to the other side. Good. And then take it with the inhalation to the other side again. And when you're ready to dissolve, inhale your way out. And from here, we're going to find our way to standing. So you may want to roll onto a side to get up, maybe rocking on the spine. You decide what works best for you. Right? It'll be a pill bug and hang out on your back and just shake your feet and your hands. Okay. Welcome to being on your feet. I think I will shut this because it's going right on the camera, which might be problematic. There it is. Okay. All right. Bounce it out. Make a sound. Shake something out. Shake something out from this cosmic dust of the universe that we are. Okay. All right, my friends. Here we are, standing in Tadasana. Let's find the breath. And if it feels good, you can even close your eyes for a second to feel into the feet, find your balance. Maybe do a little rocking. Look down at your feet, see what they're doing, and then even them out so that they are parallel. Second toes parallel. And then lift and spread toes. Ground through the pinky toe and then fan the toes all the way down. Take your hands on top of the hips, just for a moment. Breathe. Find the back body. Oh, let yourself melt there. And then we're going to engage the length in the sides of the body. So press the hips down gently into the earth. Ground yourself even more. And then let the sides of the body lengthen. Keep that length. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, press into the feet. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, reach up. This time we're going to sit back into Utkatasana. So sit back in your chair. Keep long in the sides of the body and full in the back body. Heart lifts up. Press into the feet, rise up. Exhale, sit back. Ground the sits bones down, the tailbone, heart lifts. Inhale up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Float the hands down on exhalation. Shake it out. Okay, good. Let's take hands to knees. Widen the stance. A little cat and cow. Lift and spread toes, find your breath. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, round the back. Oh, do you feel that anywhere? Yeah. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, round the back. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, round the back. Press into the feet and let the rounding continue as it takes you all the way up and into the shoulders. And let's just shoulder it out. Rock it out in the shoulders. It's good to have a body. Right? Is it? Are you sure? All right, my friends, let's take our blocks to the front of our mats. For some forward folds. Blocks are here if you need them. If you don't need them, you don't need to use them. All right. So find your feet, find your breath. Melt into that back body. And then find the length in the sides of the body again. Inhale the hands up. Here we go. Swan dive it forward. Use the blocks if you need them. Put a little softening in the knees so we're not overstretching the hamstring attachment. Find your way in. Good. Now, maybe a lower setting on the blocks will work better for you. Or maybe with a bend in the knees, your fingertips can touch the ground. So you do you. I'm going to use the low setting on the blocks today because that feels fun. Lift and spread toes. Inhale the heart forward. Nice and long in the back, long in the sides of the body, and on the exhalation, fold inward towards yourself. Let go of the head. Oh, make a sound. Feel it reverberate in the skull. That's where I need it. And then inhale the heart forward. Exhale, fold inward. Make a sound. Let go of the head. One more time. Inhale. Nice and long. This time, let's bring our hands to the hips. Keep the length in the back and the sides of the body. Press into the feet. Rise all the way up. Touch that sky. Take the right wrist in the left hand. Step the right foot behind the left. And give yourself a little dancing side stretch. Eyes gaze at the floor. Inhale to come out. Switch. Right hand grasps left wrist. Look down at the floor, bend the knees. Reach that left foot around behind the right and side stretch. Dance it. We're going to dance like Nataraj. We're in this cosmic dance, just like everything is. And then inhale it out. First side again, so switch the hand hold, the wrist. Step the right foot behind the left and dance it out. And boy, my nose is right in my own armpit, so hello. And then inhale it up. We'll take the other side. Good. Inhale to come out. And down it goes. Shake it out. Whatever you need. Okay, we're going to use our blocks to do a couple of lunges at the top of our mats. Good. All right, look down at your feet. Lift and spread toes. Find the breath. Find the back body. And find length in the sides of the body. Opening first to grace, to space, And then pressing through feet. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Soften the knees. Let go of the head. Hands on blocks on high. Inhale, step back with the right foot into a lunge. Walk the blocks back to be outside of the front foot. And pause. Good. So we've created a shape through those cosmic rings of fire. Gently draw the legs into the midline. Press through the feet. Get long in the spine and draw the heart forward. Soften behind the heart. Soften between the shoulder blades. Press through the feet. Reach through the crown. Easy in the breath. The breath sustains the shape. Let the breath support you. And then when it's time to dissolve, look down. We step that back foot forward. Inhalation. Let go of the head. Make a sound. My goodness. Yep, that's what I needed. All right, here we go. Usually you do that and no one's around, right? Okay. Inhale, here we go. Take that left foot back. Hands on high blocks. And pause. Notice this form that we're in. We've created this. Creation coming through us. Now draw legs towards midline. Get long in the sides of the body. Press through the feet. Heart melts. Long through the crown. Press through the feet again. Get long through the crown. And let the breath sustain you. Like that damaru, that drum beat of the universe, the pulsation of life. And when you're ready to dissolve this, and it can be any time, we'll do it with an inhalation. Walk the back foot forward. Put a bend in the knees, let go of the head, and I invite you to make your own sound. Good. Inhale the heart forward. Reverse swan dive it up. Soften the knees all the way up. Press through the feet and reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, we're going to do that side stretch fun thing dance again. Was it fun for you? No? Maybe not as fun as it was for me, but I like that. All right, here we go. Inhale the hands up. Take the right wrist in the left hand. The right foot comes behind the left and reach. Exhale it out. Switch the sides. Bring weight now into the left foot. Reach around behind you. There it goes. Good. Inhale to come out. Exhale your hands down. Bounce or shake it out. And we're going to do another lunge sequence. So come to the top of your mats. Good. Find your feet, lift and spread toes. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive. Hands onto blocks on high. Let go of the head. Inhale the heart forward. And we're going to take this into a lunge. So exhale, then inhale your right foot back. Pause. Find the breath. Find the length in the sides of the body. Gently draw legs in towards midline. Press through feet. Get long through the crown. And melt the space behind the heart. And when you're ready to dissolve this shape, do it with an inhalation. Step it forward, let go of the head again. Inhale, step back with the left foot into a lunge. And pause. Letting the breath sustain you. We draw legs towards midline. Get long, pressing through feet, long through crown. Soften behind the heart. Inhale, step it forward. Let go of the head. And then one more time, we're going to inhale, step back with the right foot. Find the breath. Draw legs into midline. Pause. Take that left hand on the block and walk it to the inside of the foot. Walk the right hand to the right, and then reach that left block forward. Draw legs to midline, press through feet as you reach, and find that side stretch. Inhale it back. Step the back foot forward. Pause. Deep bend in the knees, let something go. And then inhale, step back with the left foot. Find the breath. Gentle draw of legs to midline. Walk the right block to the inside of the foot. Walk the left block to the left. And then walk the right block forward for a side stretch. Press through feet as you reach. Keep breathing. And then inhale, walk it back. Step the back foot forward. Let go of the head. Soften the knees. Inhale the heart forward. And with a long straight back, come on up and touch the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, we're going to come to the wall. So you got a wall space. And we'll bring our hands to the wall. Shoulder height, widen the fingers. We call this plank position, and we're going to take it right into downward facing dog here at the wall. So putting a bend in the knees, walk the feet back, take the hips back. Let your breath sustain you here. Find the length in the sides of the body as you draw the hip points back, keeping a softness in the knees. Downward facing dog at the wall. Press through the hands. On the inhalation, straighten out the body back into a plank. Gently, isometrically draw hands towards one another. Find midline in the body. Draw the heart through and up for an up dog. Sustain it with the breath for as long as feels good. And then exhale to release that. Walk the feet forward, release the hands, shake it out. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Because what would a yoga practice be without a tree pose? Let's start on our right foot. And use the wall if you need it with right fingertips. So find the breath. Find the back body. Give yourself space. So when we slow down, we find spaciousness and time feels different, right? Get long in the sides of the body. Now lift and spread the toes of the right feet. Make the standing leg solid. Start to take weight out of the left foot. Open the knee. Bring it into the ankle. Pause. And then maybe drawing it up the leg into the shin, not inside the knee, either below the knee or above the knee. You can take it up into the thigh if that's your practice. Good. Finding that length again in the sides of the body, press through the foot, standing foot, and lift the arm or arms into your tree pose, Vrikshasana. Gently draw the chin towards the back body and soften the muscles of the jaw. Inhale, hands to heart, release. Nice, everybody. We'll switch and do the other side. Nice work. All right, coming on the left foot, using the wall if you need it. It's right here for you. Fingertips at the wall. Lift and spread toes, make the standing legs strong. Begin to take weight out of the right foot, open the knee, slide the foot into the ankle and pause here. Maybe this is right where you practice, maybe there's more. Taking it into the shin or up and into the thigh, just not at the knee. Don't want the foot pushing into the knee. Good. Finding the center line, finding length. When you're ready, using the breath, open and find your deeper expression of the pose. Arms lifting. Press through the standing leg foot. Get long through the crown. Be alive in fingers. And let the breath sustain the shape. Sustain it for as long as feels right to you. And when you're ready to dissolve it, you can bring hands to heart, use the inhalation, and bounce or shake it out. Gut, gut, gut. All right, let's take our hands to the wall again, starting in that plank shape. Put a gentle bend in the knees, walk the feet back until you find yourself in a downward facing dog shape. Hands stay where they are. Draw the hip points away from the wall, press into the wall. Feel the length in the sides of the body. Feel the fullness in the back of the body. Breathe. Dissolve yourself now into your next form, which is plank. So come on into plank with a long straight body. And inhale and draw hands isometrically towards one another. And draw the heart through and up. And let the breath be easy. And as you exhale, put a bend in the knees, take the hips back. Downward facing dog. When you're ready to come out, walk it forward with the breath. Let the arms go. All right, so since we are evoking Nataraj, we're going to take that start to take that form in our bodies as well. We're going to do the dance, the cosmic dance. And there's an asana called Nataraj asana, so we're going to do a modification of that. So you can see that I'm inching myself towards the wall. I'm going to use my left fingertips at the wall to support me. I'm going to come into my left leg. So lift and spread toes of the left leg. And pause, come back into the breath again. All right, like when we were on our bellies, taking weight out of the right foot, we're going to put a bend in that right knee. You can reach around with a hand, and maybe you can find your ankle. Now, if you can't, and you have a belt, you can also use your belt by putting a loop in the belt. And I'm just going to demo this for anybody who might need it. Folks who in the room who are already there, and you can stay there, sustain it with the breath, come out when you need to. All right, so I'm making a loop with my belt, and I'm going to come in, I'm going to loop that around the foot, and I'll use that. Nice. Now there's a tendency for the lower back to arch, so draw the navel in towards the spine here, and draw the tailbone towards the floor. The shoulders, the sides of the body get long. Draw the shoulder onto the back and find that Nataraj essence. Good, and then exhale to release it. Cool, Wayne, I love the modification you're doing in the chair. So yeah, you can also do this sitting in a chair. All right, let's take the other side. So lift and spread toes of the right foot. Use the fingertips at the wall to support you if you need them. Find center line, and then put a bend in the left knee. Bring the foot up. If you can reach your ankle, grab it. If you need a belt, use it. And pause. case I just got a nice cramp. Anybody else get a cramp? Hello, cramp. Usually cramping happens because we're dehydrated or because we're just moving too quickly for our body. So if we slow it down, I'm going to undo my cramp for a second, and then I'm going to come back in. There we go. All right, finding this front of the thigh stretch. Maybe putting a bend in the left elbow, finding the length in the sides of the body. Feel the midline, little gentle hug to midline. Sustain it with the breath. And then exhale to release it. Bring your hands to the wall. Plank shape. Bend the knees, take it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale it forward. Plank. Draw the heart through and up, upward facing dog. And exhale, release. Shake it out. Okay, we're going to do Natarajasana one more time, the modification, and maybe try taking it a little bit deeper, using your belt if you need it, sitting in a chair if that works for your body, taking a break if you need it too, right? All right, lift and spread toes of the left foot. Find that breath. Feel the fingertips here to support you at the wall. Put a bend in the right knee. Use your belt to loop it or your hand, whatever you're using. See, there's my cat cramping again on this side. It's like, too fast. So I'm going to undo my cramp. All right, and here we go. Gentle draw to midline. Take the navel towards the spine. And then begin to work it more deeply. So the foot is in the hand is in the foot, and maybe the upper body begins to come forward a little bit, pressing that foot into the hand. Maybe you're experimenting with letting go of the wall. Ooh, yeah. Good. And then inhale your way out. Beautiful, everyone. Good. We'll take the other side. Using the wall with your right fingertips there if you need it or just want it. Lift and spread toes of the right foot. Come into your breath. Let something go. We're about to create a form, sustain it, and dissolve it. So reach around for the left ankle using your belt or your hand. Pause. Gentle draw to midline with the legs. Pause. And begin to work it so the foot presses into the hand, a little bend in that left elbow, and maybe the upper body floats a little bit forward. You can experiment with letting go of the wall. Good, and then inhale to release all of that. Let's take a squat. So bring your butt to the wall, hands on the knees. Find your breath. Maybe a gentle cat and cow. Okay, and from here we're actually going to get on our backs and we're going to use a block and have a bolster there ready too for when we get into Shavasana and an eye bag. But first, a restorative pose. Cool. Okay, so we come onto our backs. Oh, and we've got a block right here. Ah, and doesn't it feel so good to be on your back? It's like, woo! Thank you, ground. It's so supportive of the spine. So with your feet on the floor and your block in your hand, press into the feet and lift the hips up. And now, taking the block on its lowest, stick it right underneath the sacrum. Get long in the sides of the body by walking the shoulders up towards the ears and onto the back. Let go of the arms and let yourself receive this shape. The block is underneath the sacrum. This is a restorative pose. It's a modification of Sarvangasana, which is shoulder stand. And breathe here and soften the muscles of the jaw. And if it feels good and you feel like you have more and you want to take this a little bit deeper, press into the feet and lift the hips and take the block to its next level, higher. Not the highest, just the next level higher. And you can see how that feels. And if that doesn't feel good, go back to lower. And if low doesn't feel good, bring the block out and just get on your back. Letting the breath be easy. Good. Press into the feet, lift the hips, take out the block, and set yourself up for Shavasana. And putting a bolster perhaps underneath the knees. If you've got an eye bag, putting that over the eyes. The ultimate dissolving right here. Letting the front body melt into the back body. Letting the muscles be heavy. Shiva is the Lord of the cosmic dance, whose movements are the heartbeat of the universe. Shiva, Lord of the dance, and the dance is the rhythm of life. The grace of Shiva is infinite and available to all who seek it. The destruction wrought by Shiva is not senseless, but rather a necessary precursor to new creation. Destroyer of illusion, Shiva brings us from darkness into light.